Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening, good day, wherever you're watching from. My name is Krista, and you are watching Heart to Heart with the Breakfast Club. We are all digital business owners and work online. Our intention is to have open dialogue about various subjects and hopefully get you thinking. Please keep in mind we are expressing our opinions and drawing from our own experiences. We value everyone's opinions and beliefs and would love to hear from you. Our topic today is vulnerability and empowerment. I wanted to get real with you all today. Life isn't always sunshines and rainbows, right? Sometimes we find ourselves in tough spots, and that's okay. My financial history journey has not always been easy. It has been challenging at times, but you know what? I have always refused to let it define me or my future. Instead, I choose to grow each day, and working online has given me the opportunity to do this. It has certainly been a game changer. Working online has the potential of creating multiple income streams and taking control of your financial destiny if you're willing to put the work in. With my goals of financial stability, freedom, and independence, I have always also strengthened my sense of worth and what I expect out of life for myself. It has been empowering to know that I can learn new skills to thrive in the digital space. If you are feeling the weight of financial uncertainty, I want you to know that you are not alone. Embracing vulnerability is not a weakness, it's a gateway to empowerment. It's through our openness that we find strength, allowing us to cultivate a life of peace, harmony, and sense of security. So I'm going to go to the girls now and see what they think about this subject. Okay, Pam.
Wow, I don't have anything written down to talk about vulnerability and empowerment. But I guess to me, vulnerability is stepping outside your comfort zone and doing something that makes you uncomfortable. And a lot of times, talking about our finances with other people makes us quite uncomfortable. Years ago, when we owned a brick and mortar business, there was a lot of times when we didn't know we were going to make ends meet. Because when you own a brick and mortar business, you have so much overhead and there's so much uncertainty. And I burnt myself out. Like, I worked 14, 16 hours a day and came home to be a housewife. And at the same time, my husband was a fisherman and he had his own enterprise. And that in itself was a task. Because through our economy with the downfall and everything, like, you never have anything for certain. We didn't have any nest egg put away. The little bit that we had saved when I took over the brick and mortar business, we used all that up. But when I found this online business, I was empowered because I could see the potential and how people came out of being in debt, paying off mortgage, helping family. I saw all that. And that's what drew me here. Because one way or another, when we see something, we always want something new, or I do, and be improved. So seeing the possibility really empowered me to take action and to step outside my comfort zone, become vulnerable, and to move forward in this business. I think it's one of the best decisions ever I made in my life. And if I had the chance to do it 20 years ago, I would have done it then. Thank you, ladies. That's it for me.
Thank you, Pam. Yes, and some great points. Step out of your comfort zone. That's the big one, right? Take that first step. Okay, Jose.
Good morning, everyone. I could talk all day about these two subjects because I guess, well, I'm getting older and I've had a lot of experience. Vulnerability, I have found that when we can be vulnerable and open up to the truths of our own life, it really puts other people at ease, right? Because I can't remember how old I was when I thought, oh, everybody's family is perfect, right? And then you realize, oh no, others have, struggles. And now you realize, no, everybody's got struggles. And so to be able to, like when we at church, we have life groups. So during the week, we get together and we talk, and we'll take a verse out of the Bible and we'll study it, and then open up to each other. And we're there to help each other. We're there to support each other. It takes time for that group to gel and be able to be vulnerable to each other, to open up and say, well, I'm struggling with this, I'm struggling with that. Now that's being vulnerable, because you don't know, you're hoping that these people are honest and they're going to support you. It takes time to get there. But you see that one person starts and the other person opens up, and the other person opens up. And then we can be there to help each other get through life and our ups and downs. And so as far as the business is concerned, it's kind of like the same thing, because when I first saw the opportunity for this business, I was in a situation where I so wanted to be able to break free from my job so that I could be home and take care of elderly people that I knew that lived with me at the time. And so when I started learning more about the business and how I saw how people were being vulnerable and sharing their stories, why this business, how this business helped them. I felt at home. I felt that I could be welcomed. I felt that it was my tribe, that I could fit in, right? We all have our struggles and we're all here to help each other. And that's beautiful. So around financial security, well, it's empowering to know that. So my heart is to help others. And so like I have on my board here, my business board here, I have, I'd like to sponsor more children. On my husband's side board is not, it's not the same. We both have different goals, but being able to, there's a new program through church where we're going to Colombia to help children, to help people with cataract removals. And like there was one young man was 23 years old. He hadn't seen for 11 years. We think that cataracts happen when people get older. That's not true. You can have cataracts at any age. And so when we left there, he could see. He could have a life now, right? So now I'm rambling on. But anyways, those are goals that I have, that I can see now, that through the business, the financial empowerment can help me to put some of those dreams in place. So thank you and have a great day, everyone.
Thank you, Jose. Some really great points. Thank you so much. Okay, Elena, your turn.
Good morning, everyone. Wow, I had this all ready quite earlier this morning. But, vulnerability means a lot of things. Being exposed to many things. For example, the one thing that came to mind to me was, like when I was at my job and the commute. The commute was, could be horrendous, and it reminded me of last week when I had to watch my grandkids a couple of times, and the traffic was horrendous, and I'm sitting there thinking of all these people traveling day in, day out on that road, and just to of course to make a living, and that was me years ago, and I always sat there thinking there's got to be another way, because most of my time has been spent sitting in the vehicle and our lives are in danger, in the sense where you're in traffic, and just sitting idling your gas, and so much consumption, your stress, your health, gas, and yeah, so we get so vulnerable in the sense that we have to do what we have to do. And a lot like what Pam was saying, owning her own brick and mortar business, you put so much energy and to succeed in your business, that when I found this business here, it was a blessing, because, with aging parents, I was, before I was always taking some time off because I had to take them to an appointment that was, and as all when you have specialist appointments, you can't really change them to your schedule, right? You have to work with their schedule. So that caused a lot of vulnerability there. Now, and that's where the financial empowerment came in. By finding this business here, is that the flexibility that I now have, and I can really appreciate the people that are now commuting, and I want to reach out to them, like knock on their windshield. It's like, hey, come here. And I like Jose, and I think most of us here as well. That's why we're in this business, is to help one another, and to find and to show them there is also a better way, whether it be a passive income or a full-time income. And there's always choices. And this here I find is one of the best ones, because you can, instead of spending time commuting, you can spend time with the people that are in need. Thank you.
Thank you, Elena. That was a great way to end up. You can spend your time commuting, or you can spend your time on doing something that empowers your life, right? Like that was a great way. Okay, Shanaz, your turn.
Good morning, everyone. It was wonderful to hear you guys' point of view, and I'm 100% agree with you guys. I just want to bring how can I say, to go back to the memory line. Not long ago, we all faced to the phenomena of COVID, and that showed us the reality of life, of how we are vulnerable emotionally, mentally, and financially. We knew that time there is something we have to face with in a near future, but we wasn't sure what is that. It was very unknowing. So yes, that time there was some vulnerability for the people who they lost their loved one or they lost their job. But I learned something from there. Nothing is forever promised to us. We have to appreciate what we have, like be more caring, loving toward our family members, because they are not forever with us, and the job we have is not promised to us forever, and everybody facing unknown future. Now, going fast forward, now I appreciate much more, because we all facing to new norm, which we are not ready, we are not trained for it. And that vulnerability recently becoming more obvious. More people having difficulty financially, security on their job, and that is hindering them, is becoming a big issue for them. My view is I'm so lucky to know this business. I got introduced to this online business because it gives me the job security, not job, what you guys call, but it gives me financial security because I have a control of my financial. And it teaches me new knowledge which is the whole world globally changing right now, and prepares me at no cost for the new norm which we're all facing to it. So that's bring the empowering to me. And it solves my vulnerability and empowers me with the tools I am getting in this business, which nobody told us, nobody taught us, nobody promised us. This is all up on us, how much we want to grow and to be part of this community, of the global community. Otherwise, we're going to be isolated. So for that reason, I am very happy, very pleased with the decision I made. And it gives me that security mentally and financially. For that reason, I'm grateful. And thank you for this opportunity. I hope I managed to express some of my thought.
No, thank you so much, Shanaz. Yes, great points. And yes, I love your point about, feeling vulnerable when you start this business, because we all started here with no experience, but with the support and the system tools and training and the support of the community as well. It helps with that for sure. Okay, Janice, your turn.
Thank you very much, Krista. Good morning, everyone. Vulnerability. Well, when people become vulnerable, a lot of times it has to do with, for example, job loss. That is one of the things that I sort of found to be more vulnerable, because you have no income coming in, unless of course you have a husband or someone else who's able to who is with you, a partner of some sort. And that is the thing that people are able to find very difficult. If you happen to, if you're on your own, it's even worse. So one of the things, of course, that you need to sort of think about doing is, we never think it's going to happen to us. Okay. That'll never happen to me. Okay. Is how people sort of think. It'll happen to someone else, not me. But when it happens to you, that's when it becomes a shock. So you don't really, because you're not thinking of it, people don't save for the rainy day. Do they put away, do they budget? Are they setting aside money for that rainy day? A lot of people don't. Now, for example, before, when my husband and I, when we got married, my husband, he likes to plan. He plans things. He plans things financially. He would put away from his paycheck more than 10% of his paycheck and save it. And we still do that. Not me, because, I have this business. And it's a little different, but we still, meaning he and I, because it's his paycheck, we still have another sort of savings area. And I think that has a lot to do with feeling less vulnerable. If people are able to set aside something, if you have some sort of automatic savings plan that you could do either at your bank or credit union, that sort of thing that automatically withdraws from your paycheck, you'll never know. You won't miss it, because you learn to budget with what you have. And that's what we do. But and I think that would really help people, so that they are prepared for the rainy day, and their vulnerability, they'll be able to cope. Thank you, Krista.
Yes, thank you, Janice. Some really great points, and you're so right that we don't, unless we're right in it, we don't think about it, right? And you're right. When you're single, it's a whole different ballgame because I know I'm single, so you don't have that second income to rely on, or say, well, you know, if something happens to my income, well, we always have that my partner's. Backup, right? I don't have that. It's me, right? So it is a whole different ball game when you're single, for sure. Um, and we don't plan, but I have to say that I did plan. But then that whole like Shanaz experience or expression when she was talking about when we were going through those uncertain times and a lot of people were losing their jobs. Well, all those savings were used up, probably, right? I know mine were as resources. So yeah, so life's ups and downs, we have to be prepared for them and go with the flow. Okay, Raquel, your turn.
Good morning, everyone. Good evening from here, from Australia. Vulnerability. Um, I felt like really vulnerable, but how can I pronounce it? When the COVID hit, because um, lots of people losing their jobs, and I was so scared that time because you know. Asian people that lives here in Australia or anywhere, um, they help their family back home. So when the COVID hit, I was like scared to lose a job because I can I can send some money to my family because I know it's gonna hit the COVID there as well, and they don't have any job, and if I don't have a job, how can I help them? So was just lucky because I'm in a health field, so I didn't lose my job. I just keep going because we are in the healthcare system, so you have to work, you have to look after all the people. So I was lucky that I didn't lose a job, so I can able to help my family as well. So now when I found this business, uh, I'm thinking I don't want to happen that again. If there's something happen like that, I want to be secure financially. So so I'm so uh, lucky, really lucky that I found this business because I can able to in the long run I can able to save some money in this business, so I can help my family back home, and not only them, of course. I have a purpose to help some other people as well, some kids. uh, I haven't mentioned this before. When I was high school, because my family didn't cannot afford me to send me to school, so I went to it's like a girls town. So um so I finished my high school there uh for 4 years. I stayed there for 4 years, and I finished my high school over there. So I want to help. It's like I want to follow the founder of this organization, like the Sisters of Mary, what they did. So help poor people to get education, so they can have financial. When they get their education, they can get a job and they have their financial stability. So that's what I want to do. So I'm so grateful that I can able to do that with this business, and I'm keep going. I want to say I have to keep going to be able to reach my goal. Thank you so much, Krista.
Thank you, Raquel, and some really wonderful goals. And I know that we all have similar goals with different organizations and such. We all love to give back, right? And that's wonderful. And thank you so much for your input. So there you go, everyone. You have heard some really great points. I hope you enjoyed our discussion and it gave you some food for thought. If it sparked your interest in what we are doing, working online, and you'd like to find out more, register for our free live information session happening tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Go to the website of the person's page you're watching from and register, or send them off a message and they will make sure that you get the website to register. A replay is available as well if this time frame doesn't work for you. Empowerment begins with that first courageous step towards financial security. It's the decision to take control of your destiny, to navigate uncertainty with resilience, and to forge a path towards lasting prosperity. So I hope everybody has a wonderful day, and I'm signing off now. Take care.